Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to speak today at the Council on Foreign Relations. I speak to you at a pivotal moment in our country's history. In the coming months, the people of Pakistan will elect a new government. The Caretaker government's mandate is to facilitate free, fair, and transparent elections. We are committed to abiding by the principles of democracy that are enshrined in Pakistan's constitution. My government will work diligently to ensure that the people of Pakistan are fully represented in the government that would be formed. A stable and democratic Pakistan is not just a domestic priority, it forms the bedrock of our partnership with countries like the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, the shared value of democracy, human rights, and rule of law have been the foundation of Pakistan-US enduring partnership spanning over decades and will continue to do so as we revitalize this relationship. Both our countries have prospered whenever we have worked together. We share common values and are committed to the same national and international goals. But we are witnessing a brisk momentum in building a standalone, broad-based, and sustainable relationship with the United States, seen not through the lens of any other country. Our relationship is based on convergence and mutuality of interests. Our bilateral agenda encompasses security cooperation, trade and investment, IT, energy, climate change, agriculture, as well as overall connectivity and enhanced through greater education and cultural exchanges. Our joint efforts such as Green Alliance Framework will help counter climate change, build resilient infrastructure, improve public health, and combat food insecurity. On economic collaboration, we recently saw the revival of Pakistan-US Trade and Investment Framework Agreement after a gap of 8 years. The forum has taken momentous decision for now and future, which should pave the way for enhanced investment in Pakistan. The United States is our largest export destination. Over the past year, Pakistan's total exports to the US reached an impressive US $8.4 billion. We need to work on US investment in Pakistan. As Caretaker Prime Minister, I'm making it a priority to improve Pakistan's business climate and attract US capital and expertise. More than 80 US enterprises are already operating and thriving in Pakistan, contributing to our mutual prosperity. This constitutes a good infrastructure for investment on which we can build further investment partnership. To attract FDI, we have recently set up the Special Investment Facilitation Council to make Pakistan an attractive destination for investment and innovation in key areas such as agriculture, mining and minerals, information technology, energy, and defense production. Ladies and gentlemen, the people of Pakistan have always had tremendous cultural affinity for the US. Our brightest young men and women aspire to study in US colleges and universities through several scholarship programs, including the best performing Fulbright scholarships. We look forward to enhancing educational cooperation. Pakistani American community in the US is numerous, dynamic, and robust. There are nearly 1 million Pakistani Americans or Americans of Pakistani origin living in the US, excelling in all fields here and acting as a bridge between Pakistan and the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a time when the world's security challenges have grown increasingly complex. We are witnessing shared threats and challenges that transcend borders such as military conflicts, terrorism, climate change, food insecurity, rising number of refugees, growing economic divide between the rich and poor, and the continuing COVID-19 pandemic. These grave issues continue to affect billions of lives worldwide and undermine global peace and security. These shared challenges provide a new and urgent impetus for Pakistan and the United States to strengthen our partnership in pursuit of mutually agreed and mutually beneficial solutions. As Pakistan still recovers from last year's devastating climate-driven floods, we are keenly aware of the great threats posed by a warming planet. Pakistan contributes less than 1% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Yet we find ourselves on the front lines of climate chaos. Pakistan is working hard to mitigate carbon emissions and transition to renewable, but we and other developing nations cannot shoulder the burden alone. Pursuing climate justice requires a collective response with far greater action and industrialized nations. Pakistan led the establishment of Loss and Damage Fund at COP27 summit last year to provide financial assistance to nations most vulnerable and impacted by the effects of climate change. However, more work is needed to help safeguard our shared future. I want to take a moment to thank the United States for its invaluable assistance during the devastating floods last year. Such gestures signify the potential of what we can achieve together. Ladies and gentlemen, the resurgence of terrorist threat by dangerous entities like TTP and ISISK is a matter of Pakistan and the entire international community. We must stand united in the face of this newly emerging threat, just as we have done before, to ensure the safety and security of our people. A stable Afghanistan continues to remain an important foreign policy priority for Pakistan and the United States. We welcome the U.S. direct engagement with the Afghan government and on our part would continue to push them to honor their commitments to women's rights, girls' education, and ensuring the Afghan soil is not used for terrorist attacks against other countries. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan understands that peace and stability in its neighborhood is an essential prerequisite for economic prosperity and social sector development. In this spirit, we desire to have peaceful relations with all countries in the region and beyond. We do not wish to join any camp politics. Pakistan has successfully maintained good relations with both the US and China in the past and would continue to do so. Rather than seeing these relationships as a zero-sum game, we believe that both relationships can coexist and flourish simultaneously. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan remains desirous of peaceful relations with India. But our quest requires reciprocal sincerity by the Indian government. The measure taken by India in 2019 in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir have pushed our region into a dangerous and dark alley. The government and the people of Pakistan are deeply concerned about the deteriorating human rights situation in IIOJK, including attempts by the BJP government to change the demographic structure of the occupied territory. The rising wave of Hindutva-inspired anti-Muslim extremism in India and other minorities should be a matter of deep concern for the entire international community, including the US. We urge the US administration to persuade the Indian government that without amicably resolving the Kashmir dispute, as per the wishes of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, we cannot free the people of South Asia from perennial instability. Ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe a strong Pakistan-US relationship can be a force for stability and progress in South Asia and beyond. But enduring partnerships are not built overnight. They require patience, understanding, and investment on both sides. As Pakistan moves into a new phase in its democratic journey, I'm optimistic about deepening ties between our countries. The US continued support and engagement will be crucial economically, diplomatically, and in promoting people-to-people ties. Pakistan today stands ready to work with the United States and all partners who share our vision of a peaceful, prosperous world where cooperation triumphs over conflict. Thank you.